As we get started, I just want to go ahead up front and say, I'm sorry. This video is all about poop. Yes, I said it. It is about the poop of student ministry. It's about the ugly, not so fun parts of student ministry. But the thing about poop is if it's not addressed right when it smells, it'll start to get on everything. What we get to be a part of is too important to ignore something, even if it is unpleasant. We cannot allow it to ruin everything that God wants to do. In this video, we are going to discuss safety. We are going to discuss the expectations and requirements of leaders. And as I said, yes, this video is about the poop of FP students. I'm sure you've heard the phrase safety first, safety first. And while that's a good rule in general, it is a requirement for student ministry. If we do not create a safe place for students, then where can a safe place be created for them? In the world that we live in today, students have fewer and fewer places to discover who they are, who Jesus is, and who God has called them to be in a judgment-free environment. That's why we must make at Faith Promise a safe place for our students to discuss their beliefs, share what they think, and yes, to share their sins and failures free of judgment. We will never condone sin, but there is a clear difference between condoning sin and judging the sinner. We will give spiritual guidance, but we will always make sure that the students know we care for them, because students do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. As you show them the unconditional love of Jesus, it will transform them and give you the opportunity to bring loving corrections to their choices. Another reason safety is so important at FP students is because we partner with parents. We always want to be partnering with parents, sharing with them about what's going on in their students' lives, about what's coming up in FP students, about parent nights, and about inviting them to be a part of what we do. We want to support them as they disciple their student. However, no matter what we do, if parents do not trust that we are going to make a safe place for their student, it won't matter. So while what we are doing, what we're talking about may not be the most fun, it is absolutely important, because our non-negotiables are what make a physically safe environment for leaders, parents, and most importantly, students. We are going to go over quickly some of our non-negotiables. Now, know if you have any questions, you can talk to your facilitator about these rules, because they're not just to protect our students, but you as well. At Faith Promise students, we have a two adult rule. This means you should never be alone with students without another background checked adult present. This brings accountability to our leaders, but also prevents students from saying anything that's untrue about a leader. Also, absolutely no dating a student. I can't stress this enough. No dating a student. Most of you are probably wondering why we are covering this, but some of our leaders are fresh out of high school. Normally 18 or 19-year-olds dating a junior or senior in high school wouldn't be that big a deal. However, as a leader, sometimes that comes with sacrifices so that we can make sure that we are living lives above reproach. We also want to make sure that our ministry, we practice what we preach. And that means that our leaders do not abuse any substances. Our leaders will refrain from using any illegal drugs and not consuming alcohol to the point of drunkenness. We also practice a biblical view of marriage. We believe that sex was created between a man and a woman who are married. That means no cohabitation and no sex outside of marriage. Finally, we want to live above reproach in every way. That includes social media. Our students live on social media. They're going to follow you on social media. So we will live that life there as well. So that means everything you post on social media, we want to strive to have a positive influence on their life. The reason we go over these things is because we want to have a clear expectation. See, expectations lead to excellence. Excellence inspires people, and clear expectations are the first steps to inspiring that excellence. Understand, excellence is a journey, not a destination. What this means is we can always be getting better, always improving. Because of this, we'll be giving feedback to each other consistently. That way we can raise the standards even higher than we currently have. This will allow us to get better and to push the mission forward. Things we will be held accountable to that are not just the non-negotiables we covered so far, but things like this, like contacting parents, contacting those we lead weekly, being at students 75% of the time. That means 3 out of 4 Wednesdays you are present, and living a life above reproach. I hope you understand that the heart behind the poop of student ministry is the fact that we serve others. This is not just something we do, this is who we are. Jesus came to serve, not to be served. And as followers of Christ, we are called to do the same thing. This means not only doing what we're told, but constantly looking for ways to add value. The best way to add value to someone or something is simply to serve someone, to serve something to the best of your ability. And this is not just true in church and in ministry, but in your life. If you love something, then you want to help them get better by adding value to them. You do that simply by serving them. Guys, we love you so much, and we're so grateful that you're a part of this process. God is going to use you for absolute mighty works. He can take this simple act of service and change the world with it. We love you. We can't wait to keep seeing you.